Hello YouTube, it's Birdo Prey 5 and I am ridiculously late. I am sorry. It's not all my fault. Granted, I did take an unexpected nap. I looked at a clock, saw it was almost 4 o'clock and said, oh, it's not bad. I got a few minutes, and then about 10 minutes in, I realized that clock had yet to been updated for daylight saving time. So, thanks, Obama. And then, of course, I'm trying to rush through everything. Everything is fighting me today. YouTube keeps switching back to this goddamn stupid beta interface, YouTube Studio beta interface, when everybody is used to and prefers Creator Studio that we've come to understand and use. They are changing things just for the sake of changing. And let me tell you, if you need a big prominent button switch back to classic view, then you know already that nobody wants to use your freaking new design. And every time I had to click it, it wants a reason as to why I want to switch back. And you know what reason isn't listed? Because this sucks, which is the only thing I wanted to say every time. But then there was also the time I wanted to switch back because it just didn't goddamn work. 3 times I tried updating the tags for this video the right way under the new studio, because I figured, okay, I just want to update the tags. Surely I can just do that in the new interface, but no. As soon as I added a few tags, all of a sudden it wouldn't save, and it would just keep saying, we're having trouble saving your changes. Try again, and before I could even say yes, it would just keep trying. It was in a loop. So thank you for your screwed up video interface, YouTube. So I figured this is going to be a relatively short stream compared to my normal 3 hours we've spent playing City on the Edge of Forever map. So I figured, why not check out our brand new map called Nerd Island by the Anti-Trekker. And this map is available for download on the Steam Workshop. The link is in the description. You don't hear me? Oh, Thomas says, oops, I was muted. Okay, the comment says from Thomas Potts. Thomas was the first, and now, okay, I'll grant you, I already had 10 likes before I started this video. Mostly thanks to the Anti-Trekker earlier on his stream, who had everybody come over here, and there were lots of posts from lots of people. But the first post at the top of my screen is from Thomas Potts at 5:23 and 49 seconds p.m. Eastern time, and he says, we've been waiting for 10 hours, and then he says first, and Anti-Trekker is yelling, no way, Thomas, because Anti-Trekker did comment hours earlier, and then even at 5 p.m., 5:01, 5:02, Anti-Trekker was commenting. Then Thomas says he doesn't hear me. Anti-Ryan Johnson says hello and Qapla. Welcome, Anti-Ryan Johnson. I love that combo. Doesn't get more basic than that. John DeMarco says greetings. Thomas Potts realizes he was muted. Anti-Track says, I hate the beta interface. We all hate the beta interface. Damn you, YouTube. Anti-Trekker retracted a message. Thomas Potts says, Bird seems happy. John DeMarco says YouTube causality loop. Indeed. My friend Zethon is sending me a bunch of messages on a service we use to chat back and forth. He has no idea I'm live. Robert Knowles says, hello, how are you today? Robert, I was honestly, in all honesty, I'm feeling really good. You know, I had some bad days a few days ago. Knock wood today. Aside from just falling asleep because I didn't have the best sleep last night. I'm one of those people that use the CPAP mask, and I forget that when I don't shave the facial hair as it grows, it tends to make the seal bad at night, and last night was one of those nights where the mask was leaking because I hadn't shaved, so it kind of screws up the night a little. So would have had a little better night had I remembered to shave yesterday. So I'll have to shave before I go to sleep tonight. But other than that, I'm actually doing much better than I had been a few days ago. Thank you so much. Thomas Potts says, take that, Anti-Trekker. Anti-Trekker says, can anyone spare $900? I need $900 to get my copyright-free live stream set up. Oh shit, 900? I thought it was only 70 a month. Joe, glad to hear you're feeling better. Joe, to celebrate, you should give me $900. I hope that 70 a month wasn't something private. Thomas Potts says, if I could give you that much, I would. I honestly, when I heard, and I don't even want to talk about that because I don't know if that's privileged information, but that's more than I thought it was. 900, yeah, that would be out of my budget range. Sorry about that, Anti-Trekker. Yes, there's Monopoly money, and I mean actual Monopoly, not Canadian money. I suppose I could lend you. Let me see what my friend before I start on this map, let me just see what Zethon is messaging about. Oh, he's just getting to the Orville Identity Part 1, and he's making comments about so far it's very predictable, and then uh-oh, the kid, and then oh Lord, they've offended Isaac's species. Answer me, you son of a bitch. This is awful. What are you talking about, Zethon? How can, I'm typing this out, you possibly think Identity Part 1 is awful? The people on my stream want to know. Turn in your nerd card. Anti-Trekker says it's $75 per month, but you have to pay 1 year in advance. Those sons of bitches, that's how they get you. There's always a catch. Who's to say they're even going to be here in a year? They could take my $900 and then just run away, move to Mexico, and live like kings. I hear. Okay, maybe not Mexico, but some country in the world. They could live like, I don't know. Marlena, Marlena says sigh. When he finally caught up with the comments, he skipped mine. Marlena, did I skip a comment? I am so sorry. I am on a different interface than usual. No. Marlena, I swear, on my interface, it's not Top Chat, but I have a program. Oh, Marlena said howdy. Howdy, Marlena. I am so sorry. So sorry I missed that. What happened was it scrolled off the top of the screen because I'm not using the YouTube comment system. I'm using this program called ReChat, which lets me see the comments in the game without you guys seeing the comments, screwing up the screen, which works well in theory, but when there's only room for like 10 comments, and longer comments, take up even more room. So if I'm not really up on the comments, they scroll off the screen. Anti-Tracker says, I thought I was going to get it set up in a week or two, but when I went there today, I saw the fact that for the higher level access, you need to pay a full year. Wow, that is terrible. Thomas Potts says, now he's reading invisible comments? What are you... Oh, I am. That's true. I am reading invisible comments to you. Anti-Tracker says he sounds drugged. And then Thomas says, so normal? Question mark. Wow, why do I even come here, you guys? Why do I even come here for the abuse? Anti-Checker says, to the people on my stream, want to know. John DeMarco says, don't skip Marlena. You may have to worry about the Tantalus field. Damn right, John, says Marlena. Zethon says, oh wow, I just finished part 1. Well, thank you, Zethon, for joining us. And it was meh. Identity part 1, the greatest episode of the Orville ever, was meh. Joe said part 2 was worse, so I'll probably like it more. In all honesty, Zethon and I usually have the opposite taste in modern television shows. In classic movies, we usually agree, like Airplane and things like that. Yeah, even Anchorman. Great movies. But modern TV shows, again, Zethon, the second person in the world that I know of that doesn't watch the Game of Thrones, like Anti-Tracker, where everyone else in the world seemingly does. Zethon can't find anything to like about Game of Thrones. Marlena says, okay, Bird, I'll let it slide for now. I'm gonna have to always be looking over my shoulder. Anti-Tracker says, I'm not too worried about them going away. Vimeo has been around a long while. I know, I was kidding. They've been around. They've probably been the longest video sharing site I can think of, second only to YouTube. And I do not think they are going anywhere, and given my channel, I'm about 90% sure I will still be here. Yeah, it's a good investment. I'm so curious if it's really going to work how you say it does, because, man, that's kind of exactly the type of stuff I'd want to do one day. Thomas The multi-gunman says, how's it going, Bird? It's going well, multi-gunman. Thomas Potts says, anti-trigger, what about a lower level account? Only that top plan gives you streaming. Anti-trigger says, and the $50 and up includes no copyright scanning. So if $50 a month, also probably paid annually, you could do copyrighted stuff, but what's the point if you can't stream it? Well, yeah, no, it really, at that point, you might as well just go for the full amount. Anti-Trigger says, no biggie, my work is giving us a bonus soon. If it's enough, I will use it to fund the service. You should use your bonus to put in a pool. Haven't you ever seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Marlena Monroe says, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I don't like it at all. Way too grim and depressing. For someone from the mirror universe, Game of Thrones is too grim and depressing? Robert, no, it's like I don't know you people. Robert Knowles says, later when you have a chance, check my Twitter. Bird of Prey posted a Photoshop pic just for you. It's lame because I am not good at photo editing, but yeah. Sure, Robert, I will remind me if you can right after this to check. I'm gonna get started. And I guess Zethon is gonna start watching Identity Part 2, so maybe he'll give us occasional updates. So anyway, for those tuning in for the City Skylines experience and not just me ranting, this is Nerd Island, a map created by our very own the Anti-Trekker, who is with us today, so he can answer perhaps any questions we might have. I'll go through everything that's available on the map as soon as I finish purchasing all the squares. Ironic. Well, obviously, the center of the square, I feel like Hollywood squares, and the center square is Anti-Trekker. Now, the center of the square, for those who have absolutely no idea who Anti-Trekker is clearly a modified poop emoji, which is Anti-Trekker's avatar on YouTube, Twitter, and such social places. And yes, so that is basically the Anti-Trekker symbol. Over here, we've got the best symbol on the map, the Klingon Empire symbol. I was adamant that be included. We've got this little island over here for, I believe it was called the greatest American hero. Anti-Trekker gave me a little schooling on that. Gave me a little schooling on what that's about. Yeah, it was this early 80s or something superhero show. Honestly, I had no idea. I would never ever have gotten it in my life. Of course, this is the Avengers symbol, which we can all thank Captain Marvel. She, of course, was the inspiration for the Avengers. And what a beautiful, what great, what a great addition to the map. Now down here, We have some toxic masculinity from The Expanse. And I will not be able to pronounce this name. This is the ship that they were using throughout most of seasons 1, 2, and 3, or at least 2 and 3. The Rosa Rianta, god damn it, Rosianta, the Rossi, it's something else. The Rionte, the Rion. Come on, people, help me out here. I need phonetics. I need phonetic spelling. The Rosanante, the Rosanata, yeah, Rosanata, 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 the Rosanata, yeah, the Rosanata. We're gonna go with that. We've got the bottom center, a fairly substantial battle scar. Oh, Jesus. Battlestar Galactica patch, I believe I would call it, emblem. This, I forgot what this was. I have no idea. I would not recognize it. I know it's a flag from something, anti-tracker. You want Rosalita? No, Rosainata. Okay, this is the Rosainati. The name of the ship. The Rosanati. I watched all of The Expanse. I heard it 50,000 times. And yes, the visitors flag from V, pronounced V, and the Ventox says Jesus. It's Geisha all over again. Geisha. Oh, Geisha, Geisha. Okay. Ross on Nottingham. Night Breeze says howdy. We've got, of course, a Starfleet Delta Shield logo here. We've got, it might be a little hard to see from this angle, but the Orville's Union symbol on this island. We've got this Superman family crest symbol here. We have Star Trek's Mirror Universe Terran Empire symbol along the very top, just for Marlena. Of course, the Autobot symbol, top center. A Batman Island, which again is a little hard to see from this angle. We can see better when we zoom in. This, I believe this is the Imperial symbol from Star Wars. I believe this is the Imperial symbol from Star Wars. And then up here takes a little explanation. This is a wrench for Mr. Miles, who's a user on both my stream and Anti-Tracker stream, but he is a big fan of Stargate. So you can see actually on each side of the wrench is in fact the Stargate symbol. And last but not least, Anti-Tracker put in a toilet bowl. Why? Because he's the anti-tracker. And he needs a place to go down. I'm not sure. So, and no, there was no Airwolf. Anti-tracker couldn't find a space for it, I assume. I know I skipped a lot of comments as I was having a Rosanati breakdown. Let's go back and see what I missed. Thomas Potts says a pool is more money than the $900 Vimeo wants. Multi-Gunman says Bird of Prey 5 for President of the Internet. I'll accept that nomination. Zethan says I'm going to go on a limb and guess the Kalon feed off babies. It's like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. Give me that baby. Get in my belly. No, Sassy, it's okay. Oh, Sassy got scared. Sassy does not like Fat Bastard's voice. Can't do it anymore. John DeMarco says, I don't watch Game of Thrones either. I prefer something more optimistic. Okay, so maybe I'm the only person here who watch Game of Thrones. I must be the crazy person. Kathleen McManus, meaning Derek, saying, hey, you bird of prey. Hope all is good with you. It was a good day to begin. But I gotta say, as this stream goes on, I'm getting less and less sure of it. Anti-Trigger says, oh, and here is a kicker. The $75 a month plan is now including a high-end webcam with the service. And when I say high-end, it's a $500 camera. So now to pay for the squares a year in advance, that will be what? Wait, they're giving you a 900. Here is the kicker. The $75 a month plan, which you have to pay a year in advance, include a high-end webcam with the service. And when I say high-end, it's a $500 camera. So just to be clear, you're giving them $900, but then they're mailing you a $500 camera? So that really the price of this should be realistically maybe half of what they're charging, but they're forcing you to buy a $500 camera you don't want, but they're giving it to you, or they want you to buy a $500 camera to use it. I don't understand. I guess I could understand that, hey, they're giving me a camera that costs $500, but let's face it, we both know there is no way any webcam in the world should cost $500, okay? What that makes me think is they've got maybe a $60 or $70 camera that they just put in some fancy, the same electronics Logitech uses, and they put it in a different plastic shell, and they sell it for an MSRP of $500, knowing no one in their right mind would ever buy it. But Now Vimeo can give it away and make their $900 package look that much more attractive by saying, hey, you're getting a camera that's worth $500 for giving us $900. That would be my guess. So, I mean, unless it really is that great of a camera, because I mean, you do need a new camera, anti-tracker. I don't know. I mean, we all know that. I don't think you needed a $500 camera, but, or is it really a $500 camera that like is doing active scanning for copyright infringement right in the camera? I'm a little confused. Marlena says hello to Derek. Anti-Tracker says you have to pay for the squares a year in advance. That will be $900, please. You have to pay for the squares a year in advance. Oh, the map squares? Well, I already downloaded this for free. The Bentox says he loves the V insignia. Roberts Lowell's at Anti-Tracker. Thomas Potts says, we all know who Anti-Tracker is. Thomas, there is a 1% chance that someone watching this stream at some point in the future doesn't know who Anti-Tracker is. I did get like 50 subscribers from my recent videos on Dissenter. I had another one that was going to come out today, but I had to push it back, maybe tomorrow. So I can't assume everybody watching this stream for all time is always going to know who the Anti-Tracker is, as much as I would want them to. Derek McManus says, FYI, Dublin was fun this weekend. Shook hands with Keith Urban at the concert last night in Ireland. Beat France with in the rugby. Well, did the French just surrender, or was it an actual contest? The Multi-Gunman says, anti-who? What is this turd man you speak of? You see? That's why I had to explain it. The Benter says, there's room enough for a BAB 5 logo. Probably is. Rocinade. Yes, Rocinade. I believe that's probably the way I should have said it the first time. The Multi-Gunman says USS Toxic Masculinity from Star Trek Discovery. And there's more people making fun of my pronunciations or attempts at Thomas Potts just says, just stop trying. And these comments I read already. Howdy from Night Breeze, looking good to Anti-Tracker about his map, I assume. Anti-Tracker says thanks. The Bentox is loving this great map. Anti-Ryan Johnson, welcome. Pulled over on the way home, hard to drive, laughing at the mangling of that word. I'm glad you pulled over, Anti-Ryan Johnson. I hope you can drive home safely. Marlena Monroe is present for the Mirror Universe. And she's laughing at Anti-Ryan Johnson. The Bentox is saying, what? No Airwolf to the Anti-Tracker. Night Breezes, I see double cove shape. That would be great targets for meteors. Zethon says, haha, the shot of the ensign floating in space was awesome. Yep, they spaced them. John DeMarco says, the toilet represents discovery. Very. Thank you, John. That's probably true. I didn't realize it. Anti-Tracker says the toilet is for your sewage pipes. Well, no, because that's just going to. The sewage is just going to spill over into the rest of the water. Honestly, you could have made it. Had you put a water source in, sassy girl, had you put a water source in the bowl that was way lower than the surrounding land, then you could have emptied sewage into it and it just would have disappeared into, like, basically down the drain. That's how a water source works. It raises water to that level, but it also drains any water above the level. So you really could make a drain, a toilet bowl drain, to drain all the sewage away off the map. I believe. It certainly will drain fresh water. I assume it would drain dirty water too, but Bentox says, good one, John. Nightbreeze says, how do wrenches stand up to tornadoes, earthquakes, and meteors? Well, earthquakes and tornadoes, I'm sure that wrench would be fine, but a meteor, I said probably not. Anti-Tracker says, hey Bird, once they get Vimeo set up, if it catches on, we can have people be able to live stream through it without fear of copyright Nazis. Think Anti-Tracker Network. I get you, Anti-Tracker. That sounds very good. I, of course, will be vice president in charge of the Anti-Tracker Network. Multi-Gunman says, I watch Game of Thrones too. It's one of my favorites. Walking Dead 2. Now you see, I didn't watch Walking Dead when it first came out. I gave it like 2 seasons. Then I caught up on it. And then I watched like another 2 seasons. Maybe 3. And then I got tired of it. I stopped watching it. The episode right before Glenn died. Spoiler alert, Glenn dies. The episode right before he was killed off, I stopped watching it. Or 2 episodes before. The episode where they teased us that he was dead, where it looked like there was absolutely no way he could have survived, but then he survived under a dumpster, because of course dumpsters have plenty of room for people to go under. Yes, that's how dumpsters are. That after that episode, I was like, forget this. I'm done with this show. It was so absurd that they couldn't, it just got more and more absurd. I couldn't take it. Marlena says, leaving YouTube at the Anti-Tracker. I don't think he's leaving, but he can answer. Anti-Tracker says, I broke his brain. Again, you didn't break my brain. You were breaking my spirit, damn it. Anti-Tracker says that Marlena, no, Vimeo account will be for subscribers only. And she gets it. Nightbreeze says, why break Bird's brain? That is correct, Bird. Nice camera. So, you're getting a nice camera, so it really seems like it's not so bad a deal. Except for the fact that I assume after the first year, you still got to pay $900, but you don't get a second camera. And the camera is free with the service. Marlena says BitChute and option 2 at Anti-Tracker. Well, BitChute does not allow live streaming, Marlena. So that's probably why it's not really an option. Anti-tracker. Thomas Potts says, Bird, you are hurting my head. I'm sorry, Thomas. The multi-gunman says, I'm mailing Anti-Tracker a pound of meth, and he's mailing me $500. I think I'm getting ripped off. You know, I'm not 100% sure what the meth price is, but yeah, you're getting ripped off. Anti-Tracker, well, the other thing though is Anti-Tracker is then taking all the risk and you're getting the cash. I mean, you know, if you want to try and push the meth yourself, sure, you could probably make a lot more money, but you've got all the risks that you have to incur. A, you could be arrested. B, you could get beat up by somebody. You could get robbed. You could get, you know... What? What'd you say? Killed? No, nobody's gonna get killed selling meth. That's just crazy. But you could get hepatitis. You know, you could, in a moment of weakness, give too much of it away. You know, so it's better. You know what? Maybe it's better you do the meth by mail, and you just pocket the cash. I know a couple of gangs that might be able to push that for you. If you, I can get you their contact information. I'll only take a small finder's fee. Anti-Trigger says, and no, it's a high-end camera. I looked it up. How high-end could it be? What could a $500 camera possibly do that an $80 or camera doesn't do? I mean, okay, maybe it has a light source in it, but we saw that other camera that you had that had a light source. I don't know what that cost, but I doubt it was $500. Okay. And Anti-Tracker put a link to the camera in the chat. And can I even follow a link? Sure I can. Mevo Plus, the live event camera. Stream in full 1080p or record in 4K. Compatible with Android and iOS. Stream to Vimeo, live stream Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter in full 1080p from virtually anywhere over Wi-Fi or LTE. I think this camera is also the computer. Maybe... I think that's what's going on here. I think this isn't a webcam. Like, you don't need a computer to use with it. Right, okay. This, like, hooks directly to your Wi-Fi. Or to perhaps an Ethernet connection. No, there's no Ethernet connection. But it has an SD card slot. So, okay. So that's why it's $500. You see... It's overkill because, and like I say, with this, there's no way you're going to be able to use this with XSplit or OBS or anything like that. This is just going to be a very basic stream. I don't even see a USB slot. So I don't even see how you would, the only way to get this into XSplit would be to use a capture card and capture it into, not analog, but a digital capture, fine. But you're going to have to capture it into the computer like you were capturing an external source. So, yeah, while I could see that that's great if you want to live stream outside or someplace where you don't have your computer with you, I don't see it being particularly great in your case. Built-in stereo microphones, plus plug-in external audio for crystal clear sound. Operating temperature 35 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit? What? You can't, I mean, this is technically saying that 80 degrees Fahrenheit, even 78, is outside the operating temperature of this microphone? Like, what is it? Is it made out of dry ice? I mean, and 35, so you couldn't even use it outside in the winter, and you couldn't use it outside in the summer. So, okay, clearly this isn't for outdoor use. This is only for indoor use in a obviously very controlled... Wait, Facebook maximum streaming resolution is 720p? Maybe, is that a Facebook maximum? Because if this camera's maximum is 720p to Facebook, for some god unknown reason, very suspicious. And, oh wait, anti-tracker, this thing, you just sent me the the Amazon link. This thing is 3.5 stars. And a 3.5 star item on Amazon is a shit item. Because you can't even get... Because, you know, here's the thing about Amazon ratings. It's how they get you. You know, you say, okay, a 4-star item. Well, that's pretty good. It's got 4 stars, right? No, it's not. A 4-star item is the absolute minimum item you should ever buy on Amazon, because it's really only got 3 stars. And why do I say that? Because you can't get less than 1 star. Okay, 1 star is basically the 0. If I wanted to rate something 0, I have to rate it 1. Okay, so this scale of stars that in our brain we think of it's 0 to 5. It's a lie. It's not 0 to 5. It's really 1 to 4. And what we call a 4, they call a 5. So, yeah. And it makes everything, I'm going to be honest, it makes everything on Amazon look a hell of a lot better than it really is. And hold on a second, I got a cough. So yeah, as much as I love Amazon, and I do, for a long time I've had this real annoyance with their reviews. And frankly, I mean, it's not just Amazon, it's Yelp and other places. Any place where your lowest possible score is 1 star and it goes to 5 stars. You know, you see something that's 4 stars and you're like, oh, that's pretty good. You know, I would think, oh, 4 stars is good and 5 stars is excellent. And yes, 5 stars is excellent. 4.5 stars is good. 4 stars is honestly good. That anything less than 4 stars is less than good. So this 3.7 out of 5 stars, this would be a big red flag to me. Because it's saying 3.7, but it's really 2.7. Look at it as 2.7 stars and tell me if that still sounds as good. Because remember, that first one, they didn't have to do anything. Nobody could possibly rate it 0 stars. Okay, just by virtue of leaving a rating, they're getting a full star out of it. They didn't have to work for that 1 star. And I mean, so between 1 and 2 stars, almost 20%, 1 in 5 people basically left us a complete shit review. And then another 7% rated it 3 stars, which is very weak. Often very good, but no captive portal support and flaky app. So this you basically need, what is they saying, you need to use this through a cell phone to control it maybe? So drops off from time to time, clarity not the greatest. Video quality good, everything else is lacking. The image quality for this recording is very good. I would give it a 5. I find the streaming and audio lacking. The Wi-Fi does not have good bandwidth, even when I have high bars. The app itself is very good. I bought the Rode external microphone to connect to my phone, and it helped, but until I resolve my Wi-Fi bandwidth issue, I won't use. God damn, if I had to connect this to my phone, I would be, holy shit, it gets worse. It gets worse. People are getting this product for free. Somebody who got this product for free is still giving it a 3-star review. Now, yeah, you can say that's courageous of them and that's nice and honest and the system works, but let me tell you, if one person got this product for free, 15 other people got this product for free and didn't say that they got it for free. And I bet they were giving it 5 stars because they want to get more free products. And this person who gave it 3 stars, while it's great that they did, they're probably not going to get another product from this company again. My wife runs a podcast, so we thought this might be an interesting opportunity to branch into video streaming. It isn't. The microphone isn't great. It sounds like an old-timey hand-cranked camera, which I suppose is part of the hazard of cramming all this technology into a tiny device. You'll need different audio equipment, but for the price, you shouldn't need it. Hell, for the price, you shouldn't need anything. You can record live streams in 4K or both. I assume he meant... Oh, you could record or live stream in 4K, but not both. And it gets hot, really hot. So you won't be holding this thing on your lap. Well, I hope not. And finally, my wife often records in hotel rooms. Really? Tell us more about these recordings your wife makes in her hotel rooms. And other places where she attends conferences. Oh, that's so funny. You think she's attending conferences. But the Mevo doesn't support login internet access. That's kind of very common in shared public spaces. Yeah, that's why. You see, she was going to connect to you from her conference, but she said, oh, honey, I can't. The camera doesn't support login internet access. So you'll just have to take my word for it that I'm over at the, San Diego Conference Center and not in Las Vegas with somebody you probably already know. Oh, God. Why do things go this way? If you want to record a show from one platform repeatedly, this will work fine. But it's better to think of as a large stationary camera in a studio than a portable video camera to stream from. So, okay. That last line maybe gave a little hope. And isn't this supposed to be a city Skylines stream? I suppose it is. So, I don't know how many comments are we back. Anti-Tracker says, the sad thing is I ordered a new camera. Anti-Tracker, after what I just read, I'm going to bet the new camera you ordered is going to work out better than this one. If I knew about the deal from Vimeo, I would have skipped the camera. I think you're better off with the camera you're getting. The Multi-Gun Man says, what kind of dog is Sassy? Sassy is a beagle, and she turns 3 years old on May 1st, May Day. So, Thomas Potts says, I put my sewage pipes there. Anti-Tracker says, Bird, you missed the point. You put your sewage pipes in the toilet, and it spills out onto the wrench. Ah, I gotcha. Because it's Mr. Miles' wrench. It's some cold thinking, Anti-Tracker. Marlena says, lol. The Multi-Gunman says, I have 2 dogs, a Shetland sheepdog and another dog that's a cross between a border collie and a husky. It's a very cool mix. Thomas Potts says, did Bird just hire himself? That's how it works in the business, Thomas. Anti-Tracker says, well, if he wants to be VP of Vimeo operations, he better get effing started on this map. Well, I mean, sorry how that worked out. Multi-Gunman says, so you're okay with zombies, but you're not okay with high dumpsters, lol. Shit. Did the program just crash? Oh, no. Anti-Tracker says, wow, is he really talking about how to sell meth rather than using the map? I better check, is this broadcast even still working? We still seem to be broadcasting. The map is showing, you don't see it on the broadcast screen. The map is showing me an error message, and it's asking if I want to cancel. I might have to close it out. The Multi-Gunman says, you be quiet, Anti-Tracker. I'm getting drug dealing advice from Bird. Shit. I'm moving the wrong thing. And now I can't. Wait for the program to respond. Wait for the program. Nope. It broke. I've got to close. I got to close the game. And now the screen's going to go black. Can I rescue these comments? Let me restart the game. Hold tight, people. Let's see what happens. I know, Sassy. I know. Okay. Now, where are our comments again? So you're okay with zombies but not dumpsters. So okay, I can get the things moving. Yes, he's getting advice and he's happy. Anti-Tracker says it's a 4K camera that preloads different cropped angles so it can act as multiple cameras. Darth Calhoun says, just got here, don't scream, I'm shaving. Anti-Tracker says that is correct. Thomas Potts says that would have helped in Portland. Exactly, says Anti-Tracker. To Thomas. Anti-Tracker says, think of it as my own on-the-road camera. Well, I don't know. That one guy says it didn't work so well on the road. John DeMarco says, maybe you should just sell the $500 webcam AT. Anti-Tracker says, so you're going to get past the camera and actually play the game. Marlena says, guys, gotta catch some Z's. See you all later. Thomas Potts says, doubt it. The Multi-Gunman says, I think we should just arm wrestle over this camera and be done with it. Thomas Potts says, I wish Amazon would tell you where the item comes from before you buy. Anti-Tracker says, what I tend to do is look for patterns in the low reviews. For example, on this one, the common thread is lower scores hate the audio quality. Anti-Tracker says, Joe, we came here for City Skylines, not for a review, not for a camera review. Map, Joe, map. Shaking my head. Well, Anti-Tracker, those comments weren't even on the screen. The more comments you make, the longer it's going to take to get to the map. And honestly, that's the first time City Skylines crapped out on me in the middle of a game like that. Maybe it just can't stay on that buying screen forever. City Skylines Camera Edition, lol. Let's keep talking about the camera. That sounded really creepy. Yeah, it does, kind of perverted. What did I say? Thomas Potts says you can use it in a clip. Map, Joe, map. Nobody cares about the camera, says Anti-Tracker. And then he's yelling again. Nobody cares. We want to see the map. Multi-Gunman says, I'm deeply invested in this whole camera thing. I'd like to see a series of videos on it. Robert knows his Bird is going to drive an Anti-Tracker. Bird is going to drive Anti-Tracker to drink. The Multi-Gunman said, I agree. It'll be whiskey time soon. Anti-Tracker says, if I didn't get a fresh bottle of Crown Royal Peach. I did get a fresh bottle of Crown Royal Peach. Robert knows his Anti-Tracker. I live in Manitoba, and I have been in the Crown Royal Brewery in Jimily? Nice, says Anti-Tracker. Anti-Tracker, for taking so long, you are now being fined. That will be $900, please. Sure, Anti-Tracker. The check's in the mail. I'm going to send it to your P.O. box. If it gets stolen out of the P.O. box, that's their fault, not mine. Did you partake in the taste testing when you were in the Crown Royal Brewery? Your VP position is fading fast. No. We've got to get to the nerd map. Nerd Island. There we are. Okay, I found it fast this time. Okay, this takes a second to load. I sense tension in that boardroom. Come on, load on up. Oh, since the game crashed, is this like a fresh boot? I hope not. That takes a long time. Now there it goes. There it goes. And there's going to be a bunch of orange things that are from a broken asset that I refuse to get rid of. Yeah, all of those are missing. Fortunately, there's no way to get rid of that. Actually, some of those things I might be able to fix because there's more than there was last time. And the loading screen map actually provides an interface to be able to download missing items from the store. So here we are, back on the Anti-Tracker map. I'll have to purchase these lands again. we'll have a few minutes to get started putting down. I guess I need to figure out what island are we going to start on. Of course, I'd love to start on the Klingon island, but you know, A, I don't think there's a road there, and B, you know, it's better not to start on the prize island because you wanna get your stuff going first. So let's just, as quickly as possible, purchase this stuff and then get out of this screen and then save the game if God forbid, not God forbid, I don't need divine intervention here, but just in case it crashes. Nerd Math 1. Multi-Gunman says I sense tension. Robert Knowles says sadly no, cause it was part of a Club Scout tour, so yeah, we had to adult. What? Anti-Trekker says geez. Anti-Trekker says 18 people are using the map now. Excellent, Anti-Trekker. Thomas Potts says hope you're getting your sub stream started before I go to work at 8. Anti-Trekker says since you failed to complete your purchases before, you now need to pay in advance now, so $900 please. I think you should probably raise the cost of Bird Chat 1 to $900, and maybe you'll get a taker. Anti-Trekker says, at what time zone, Thomas? Eastern. Anti-Trekker says, yeah, I will let Joe go for a half hour or so, then get started. That sounds like a plan. Okay, so we got 30 minutes. So do we want to start on Avenger? And I'm asking rhetorically, people. I really don't care what you say right now. Avenger Island. Is there a thing up here? Mr. Miles is wrenched. That's a fair-sized landmass. Or Battlestar Galactica, which, holy crap, this looks like a terrible place to start. So let's start there. Okay. Well, let's get some roads going, because this is going to be an interesting city. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna go around the outside here. Let's get an overhead view. Zoom out a little so we can see what's going on. Some of these are bigger than others. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think you can see my thought process here. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Thomas says okay. Anti-tracker's lol. Hector says many psychiatrists expressed interest in Bird Chap 1, but I don't know if $900 interested. Thomas says Joe loves his subs so much. Anti-tracker says Thomas, this looks like a terrible place to start, so let's start there. For the frame. Hector says we should do so well in Civ 5. No water, no prairie, no resources, only mountain. Let's build there. Anti-Trigger says, no, Joe. No one on Earth can understand your thought process. Listen, I don't need this. Okay. That's the way I like it, Anti-Tracker. It's the way I like it. Believe me. What? Okay, first things first. We gotta connect that road to there. And what can we do? We'll connect this road to here. People have a way into the city and a way out of the city. And wow, I should have ran. This would have been the city. You know what? I'm gonna do it, and I'm sorry this is gonna take a little bit of time to upgrade, but man, I've not done it before. Wait, is there really no tram road? Bus lanes. Oh, is it here? Tram. 4-lane road with tram tracks. This is the map to use a tram on. Oh, I still have to put down a tram stop. A tram depot. Click on roads with a tram. Drawing a tram line. You know what? No, forget it. As much as I want to, maybe we'll upgrade to trams later. Let's get this city founded. They're gonna come on in to commercial. Yeah, there's not a hell of a lot here. Oh, we need water, we need power, we need sewer. So, okay. Let's get down some water. What's our water current situation like? It's pretty stagnant. So, though it seems to be flowing the other way. Now my concern is that honestly, it's so stagnant that even just, okay, here we've got a good stream of water, because if there's not enough stream of water, it will literally just reverse the water flow, and that would be bad for our sewage issues. So now we'll bring the pipe around the map. Let's make it bigger. Bigger means faster. Sure it does. There we go. I know, putting down water pipes is the most fun you could have today. So, Look at that. It connected on the first try without even trying. How? Oh, I guess it wasn't technically the first try since I went way past it, but it did connect. So, okay, water, sewage now. What are we gonna do for sewage? I guess we'll put down, you know what, let's just have fun. Let's put down the dirty water sewage outlet pipes, because why the hell not? It'll give us a nice little environmental disaster we might want to clean up later. Something interesting to see on the map. We're going to need to give these things power. Did I download that thing I wanted to download? I did not. But, sure. Oh, it needs to be roadside. Okay. No. Okay, well, we'll give power using some wind. Or is there no wind? No, there's wind. There's spinning. Good. There we go. Some water out here for the power. Okay. Thomas Potts says Joe loves his subs. Oh, I read that already. Hector says he wanted a challenge. I do like a challenge. I do like a challenge. And I'm going to assume you guys are being nice by being so quiet. Wow, look how much better this stands out when using the electricity view. That's downright legible. Oh, those are the wind. That's what it is. Where it's high green, that's where the wind is the most. Except it has to be. Wait, is this really allowing me to construct this on land? I thought this had to be constructed in the water. Estimated production 20 megawatts. 10 megawatts there. 20 megawatts. Since when does this allow me to... Oh, did I... Yes, I had the Anarchy tool on. With the Anarchy tool, it does let me put it on land. But without the Anarchy tool, you need to put it in water, which is where it's supposed to be. So, okay. That is fine. Let's get our city started. So we got water, we got sewer. What would be our main power source? Battlestar Galactica, of course, they love their nuclear power. So let's get a nuke in, even though it's not really going to be. I mean, I guess it'll be connected. It'll be connected to the network somehow. Sure. Oh, we want straight roads now. There we go. Cross over here. Really? You can't... What? Oh, this isn't. Of course. Of course. Okay, well that's fine. You come on down here, and this will be a residential island anyway, so sure, we'll get that in. We're gonna need a water pipe here because nuclear power plants use a lot of water, because of course that makes sense. Not like we should have to hook them up to an actual ocean or river, but just hook them up to the water supply for the city. Zethon says, alright, I just finished Identity Wars 2. I think it was better than part 1. Zethon. Not surprised. A little surprised, since I don't even think Anti-Trekker thought part 2 was better than part 1, but I know some people did. Maybe he did. I forget who said it was better than part 1. That was some space battle, though. Oh, did my Eastern European... Oh, and it did download Powerhouse 3. Okay. Now, did my Eastern European... where did it go? What the hell did I just click on? No. I downloaded Eastern European power line, which had a very great special property. Yes. This pole, it's perfect. It's a power line, but you don't need to actually put power lines. It just, it just extends the power radius without having to worry about power lines. So we can put one on ends of the map and I'll do all kinds of fancy things. So yeah, so now we've got power. And now let us finally put down residential and get some people moving on in to Nerd Island. Let's see. We can put more commercial down. Yes. We got people coming on in. We need some industry, so let's zone some basic. What is this? 2-lane road. That'll make industry happy. There we go. And let's go to this brush. Get some nice industry in. And of course we've got to bring power to them. So there we go. That'll It'll bring power, and it'll connect over. Once it does, you've got power on the outside here. It'll bring some power there because we're going to need more residential, obviously. We'll do this basic road. Here we go. With this nice little grass. I don't want to draw it that way. That looks bad. You can see what my problem was here. I know. We'll turn this possible hate crime into a mere art mistake. I don't know, but we'll round that out. Yeah, now that's all nice and family friendly. Good thing I caught that one. Okay, this is quicker. So, our city is starting. We've got 123 people. I'm gonna save the game. Oh, there were comments. I gotta read some comments. Thomas Potts says only straight roads, homophobic again. And Hector says cis patriarchy added again. Anti-Trigger says no, I thought part 2 was better than Best of Both Worlds part 2. Hector says Kalons are ruined forever. Forever! They are. Although they kinda gave us a reason in that they were slaves, and they were actually, why would you install pain chips? Oh, look at all the traffic coming into the city. Those are the people actually moving in. Isn't that terrific? So yeah. But yeah, I mean, installing pain chips was particularly a cruel thing to do. So, I mean, they are monsters, but if a race, let's be honest, if a race of aliens came down and enslaved mankind, like the entire planet was literally forced into slavery, and like not the Roman slavery, but like Southern slavery, and granted that happened in the North too, but you know, we won the war, so we don't have to acknowledge it. Southern slavery types, like shitty slavery. Would anybody really care if to win we had to genocide the entire race of the alien slave masters? Because I wouldn't shed a tear over it, I'm going to be honest. Hector says, yes, the room forever. Zethon says, Isaac might as well be called 7 of Kalon. Hector says, that's so accurate, haha. Hector says, the only Kalons are not a hive mind. True, and Isaac is lacking in the, yes. Hector says, and Isaac is missing the jiggly parts. Hector says, Joe, that looks... Anti-Tracker is laughing hysterically. Hector says, swastikian. Yeah, that's why I didn't put it down. As soon as I started drawing it and I saw what it was becoming, I stopped, okay? I didn't click it. And Zethon says, yes, Joe, you don't want to draw it that way. Hector says, if you would be the least racist thing you did in the stream, though. No. It would be the least racist thing you in the stream, though. Hector says the paint chips would be brought up in a future episode, or maybe they disposed of them. That would be logical. And Zethon says Joe is pro-genocide. It depends. Really? They don't have... Oh, right. The water pipes. They don't... Another opportunity to... But this is underground, so... It doesn't count. No one can see it. I gotta bring water to all these places that potentially could hold buildings. So there we go. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. There we go. Okay. So crime. People are mad about crime. Yeah, I get it. You're upset. You're upset over crime. Oh, okay. So the TARDIS. This TARDIS is the crappy TARDIS. I downloaded the massively awesome TARDIS, which has a patrol car capacity of 100. This is a patrol car capacity of 1. Basically, it does nothing. This one is 100, and I believe it also can lock people up in jail. Like, it is super overpowered. And granted, it is much bigger than the other TARDIS. It can cover a much bigger area. So let's put this down, and as ridiculous as it seems, I'll put it in anarchy mode so it can be right in somebody's front yard. And there we go. So there's the TARDIS, and there are all the police we need coming out of the TARDIS, since it's bigger on the inside anyway, and they're gonna get some swift justice done on this map. Maybe I need to do some more landscaping over here. There we go. Yeah, I'll grant you I had to knock down a few houses, but I think we'll be better in the long run for that little change. So only if they deserve it. Anti-Tracker says, need help finding the damn link for my live stream. Okay, Anti-Tracker, let me get that for you. I'm saving the game. I'm saving the game. And you've got it playing. Okay. Anti-Tracker, do you want me to... Well, no, not everybody on here is a patron, so I will send it to you on Discord, and then I will post it on the forum and email everyone on the forum. So, anti-tracker, it's going to your Discord right now, the link, and I guess I will call this stream over, and then we'll send everybody else. Well, you know what? Let me send it out on the forum first, since I hear you are already streaming me anyway. Go in. Yes, I could see it right now. Well, wait, let me go back. I see the fish. I don't see me. I just see the fish. The fish are taking up the whole stream, and it says live, and the title is "Brother, Can You Spare $900?" And I'm typing in first. Now I can see you. Wow. It's like you're in the fish tank. It's like you're drowning in the fish tank. So I'm going to send the stream out now to the forum. Now I did mute you because I don't want your music causing me copyright issues again. Communication, email users, anti-tracker community, email title, subscriber only live stream for March 11, 2019. Plain text. Hey, hello, all. The anti-tracker subscriber only stream is live now, and the URL, and uncheck that box, and then check the box only to send to subscribers, and I believe that's it. Let's proceed. And there's going to 30 people. Yes. Hey Joe, don't make it bad. Give help. What? Hector. Okay, I'm sending it. It's sent. It's processing. It'll take a couple minutes for the emails to probably actually go out. Now I'm going to go paste it in the subscriber members only forum under the patron only stream, and I got my email, so I know the emails have gone out, so that is good. So thank you guys all for coming to this stream. I know we didn't get to a lot of City Skylines today, but I thought it was a fun stream. I do look forward to playing more of Anti-Tracker's great map here. It is really cool. Those of you with City Skylines can download it. The link is in the description. I'll probably play this on and off camera a bit. I'll probably play this. See, I like to play City Skylines even when I'm not online, so I will probably play this map more offline and just show it off as from time to time as how it's going. Whereas the City on the Edge of Forever map will probably continue to be the map I play for the foreseeable future on a regular basis. I hope it works out that way. We'll see what happens. It's up in the air. But thank you guys for coming. And for those who are Anti-Tracker subscribers, I will see you guys over at his stream. And for those who aren't subscribers, you can get to his stream right now. Go to antitracker.com, click on the link to become a paid subscriber For just $2 you can sign up, and you would go to it would take maybe 2 minutes for PayPal to verify you payment, assuming you make payment. You'll get verified. As soon as that happens, you'll have access to the forum called Subscriber Only Forum on antitricker.com. You can go to the very first top thread in that forum. It's probably going to be called Patron Only Streams. You click that link, and the most recent post by me today, that's the link to the live stream. So you can join that stream if you're not a subscriber yet. Go ahead and do it. But I think most people on here are subscribers. So Qapla, and I will see you guys over on the other stream. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. If you want to visit me, check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. And if you're really crazy, you can send me some money on PayPal. Take care.